Hey gang, so welcome to this week in the life vlog that I filmed majority of the content for back in May. Unfortunately, based on the notes I made for myself, this was week 6 of semester 1 of the 2026 school year at the University of Melbourne. So my first semester in my Master's of International Journalism, and I filmed a week in the life. You might notice that the camera quality and angle is violently different to the from the rest of the video, and that's because I filmed most of it on my phone, and I'm just filming this quick note to add on to the start from my computer. There's gonna be one at the end too to tell you when I stopped filming clips, but basically, this is my first kind of finished attempt at a week in the life video, which I love these kinds of vlogs so much, and so I really hope this kind of measures up. Um, this is just my week in the life as a university student. Um, Hope you enjoy.
Hi and welcome. Um, who knows if I'm actually going to finish this because I never usually do, but we're going to do this for fun and see how far we get. Because it is currently Monday. It is nearly 1 p.m. already, but that's fine. Because I don't have any classes on Monday, but I'm going to make an attempt at a week in my life as a student of Melbourne University. I just starting this semester, so I've been considering doing this for a while, like as soon as I got settled. I'm pretty settled now. So this is my past my laundry is my semester planner. You can get these from the library at my university, and I think that's really cool. But basically, it's just like a month by month thing, and it shows the weeks blocked off, which is really great. I'm at the start of week 9 right now down here, and that means that I have 4 weeks to go of actual classes, which is insane to me because I totally feel like I just got here. Um, but yeah, so we're gonna do a little week in my life as a student in the course of Masters in International Journalism. For right now, I don't have any classes on Monday. Most of my classes are Tuesday and Wednesday, and then I have one on Thursday morning. I actually have my planner right in front of me, so I can show. This is my schedule for the week. I've been absolutely slacking at being organized for a couple weeks now, so I opened this up this morning and filled it in with my regular schedule. So I have one lecture on Tuesday morning, and I signed up for that class later than I did the other classes, so it accidentally overlaps a little bit, but that's fine. I attend the first hour of that hour and a half lecture, and then I just go online, and it's not required to attend a lecture, so I just go online and I access the slides to see anything else that I missed later on. And then I have another class for an hour, and then I have a 2 hour gap, and then a seminar for 2 hours. So those classes are publishing classes. It's legal issues in arts and media is my first class. Then my second class is contemporary publishing. And then I have the contemporary publishing seminar later on. Then on Wednesdays, I have my actual journalism class. If you're a journalism major at the University of Melbourne, there is an initial class you have to take for your first semester, and the international journalism, you take international journalism key skills, and then as a regular journalism major you take researching and writing stories, but they're essentially the same thing. They're just each taught by a different professor, and at least for this semester, I don't know how long they've been doing this, they just combine the lecture. So these two professors do the lecture together, and all the journalism students are in one classroom, which is actually really cool because it's like a couple dozen of us or something, and we're all just in one room. And I think it's really neat that we kind of get that opportunity to all be together. And then I actually, because international journalism, I hoped when I signed up for it was going to be geared towards working in an international kind of field. And I would like to be an international journalist, especially since I am a dual citizen and I can move countries as I wish between those two at the very least. And then I, of course, have the ease of getting visas from so many countries because of the 2 passports I hold. So I was kind of hoping to be able to work in multiple countries, but it seems more like the international journalism is for the students who are not Australian citizens. There's kind of an emphasis on English being your second language to help those people out. And my bachelor's degree was in creative writing in English. So I kind of moved actually from the international journalism seminar to the one that all the journalism students are doing. So I don't know, I might actually end up changing my major technically, or I might just let that be the only thing that changes. I'm not sure yet. I think I would like my degree to be in international journalism specifically, and I think we do have a bit of like the world stage kind of classes. So that's kind of why I'd like to do this. And also, I would like to do a bit more work in other languages as well. But I haven't signed up for any language other than English classes just yet. But I'll get there. For this Wednesday, that is that's my class block right there from 9, and then it's 2 hours long. And then for this week, I just have a workshop for about 10 minutes because our out of class assignment 2 is due this Wednesday. It's due at midnight, and we have a workshop during the seminar time period so we can get some feedback and do a little bit more editing before we turn it in that night. Usually, I'm going to show you a different page. Usually it looks like this, where I have the class and then the seminar right after for another 2 hours. So it's just a little bit different this week, as it has been some weeks when we have an assignment due. We have a draft due one week and then the final piece due the next week. And then I have another class Thursday morning right there, which is my legal issues in arts and media seminar, which is for 2 hours. And I think I prefer seminars to tutorials because it actually is with the professor, so it's a lot easier to be able to ask questions and get confident answers, because I had a tutorial for a period of time with a class that I ended up dropping, not for this reason, but because the tutorials are with a tutor and not the professor themselves. You kind of sometimes, when you ask a question, can get a response like, oh, I'm pretty sure this is the answer, but I'll have to check with the professor and get back to you, or you should email the professor about that. So I think it's just a little bit easier and a little bit better for time management to have the professor teaching the seminar. I think it's really, really good to be able to like talk to them directly more often. Yeah, so for this week, I basically just have those classes, and then I have the final version of an article I've been working on for a couple weeks due this Wednesday evening. I need to have it mostly finished so I can print it Tuesday night or Wednesday morning for my class. But then after that, let's see. The next thing I have due is the next Friday, which I haven't written down here yet. And then I do have an in-class presentation I need to work out and make my PowerPoint for my legal issues class. And I think I'm going to do the week 10 presentation. So I'm going to write that down too. So those are my 3 kind of priorities right now, even though I should be working on kind of reviewing the slides for the class that I joined late. just to make sure I'm kind of up to date with everything. I did join it weeks ago, but I'm not a very good student. So I'll review those when I get a chance. My main things are my article, the presentation for next Thursday, and my research essay due on the next Friday. I've done an essay for this publishing class before, and it actually turned out to be kind of difficult for me considering I'm usually... Hi! Yeah, I'm usually pretty good at my my essays, but that one was kind of difficult for some reason. So considering it's for the same class, I think I'm gonna just start trying to work on it ahead of time. But for now, it was supposed to rain today, I think, but it's not actually going to. It doesn't look like. The forecast changed. I'm going to have a little snack because it's lunchtime already, but I'm not really that hungry. So I'm gonna eat something before I go and then take a snack with me just in case. And then probably head to the state library to get some work done. Don't forget to drink water. That's my tram stop there. But I actually decided I'm gonna walk today. So now I just have to walk this direction. And I'm just gonna kind of follow the tram route and go to the library. I just got my clothes off of the clothes horse right here because using the dryer in my building is like, it's like $4 per use. which feels excessive to me, and I hate paying that, so I don't. So I bought this instead, and it was like $12, and I, own it forever. The problem being that I live in Melbourne, and these clothes I'm wearing, this top is like one of the things that dries the fastest, actually. So I put it on the bottom, and I guess that was a mistake because it's been over 24 hours and it's still damp. But I'm wearing it anyway, I suppose. I mean, I've already put it on. I'm gonna go downstairs and make it damp anyway. It's so gross. I wish I hadn't said that. But I mean, it's true. My watch is so warm. Anyway, I don't even know. I went to the library, the state library, which is what I recorded. And I recorded that clip to send to my parents and be like, look where I am, it's so fancy. And then I came home from the state library, went upstairs, made a coffee, and then I played games online with my parents and my brothers for like, I don't know, an hour. And then I came upstairs, kind of wandered for a bit. I don't know, I think I was watching Instagram Reels for like an hour, which is unfortunate. And now I feel like I've never gotten anything done in my entire life, but it is what it is. So I'm going to, hold on. I'm gonna go downstairs to the gym because, my apartment building does have a gym in it, which is really fancy, and I really appreciate them for that. It's kind of small, especially since the last university I went to was University of California, Riverside. They have a huge gym, like rec building. It's really cool. But then again, that's for like all the students, and this is just for everyone in this building, so it tracks. It's like there's certain hours of the day, like right now, where if you go, I feel like both of the treadmills are definitely going to be taken. But generally, when you pull up, there's always at least like one machine empty. One of them's broken right now. So, we'll see. But I'm going to go to the gym, and then I'm going to come home, and I'm going to cook dinner. Oh, not the mess on my bed. My bad. It's just occurring to me this morning that I didn't record anything like last night. I think after I went to the gym. No, that sounds familiar. Maybe I did. I'll check later. But anyway, yesterday, end of my day was, I did go to the gym. And then, I came back and basically had dinner and went to bed. Right now I'm having breakfast. I made eggs. And I didn't have any cheese left, so I put them in a tortilla instead. It's good. I do have class today, but only starting at 12, and it's nearly 10. I'm on campus now. It is 11:47. I'm gonna try not to be the most awkward and embarrassing person ever about this. But basically, I have time still before my class, so I'm here working on my draft for my my article for my journalism class, and I got my feedback in this morning according to the timestamp. One of the most unfortunate pieces of feedback I received was, going forward, it would be pertinent to hear from someone higher up in the charity, perhaps from the research center. I feel really bad, but I'm just gonna have to say no for that because it takes time to organize interviews, and it took me, like, I struggled to get the interviews that I did get, and I've already gotten a second interviewee. I just need to put the quotes in. But this is due tomorrow. The workshop is tomorrow at 12 something after our 2-hour class that starts at 9 a.m. and it's due, the whole thing is due at midnight, so that's really not gonna happen based on when he gave me the feedback, but I do appreciate it. The rest of the feedback was very good. So now basically I'm here working on this, and then I'm gonna go down for my first lecture of the day. One thing about university is that you do a lot of lectures in other buildings, which is really interesting because this publishing lectures in the architecture building, and then I have, of course, multiple classes in the arts buildings. So it's really interesting to get to see different parts of campus that way. 10 more minutes. I finished my last class for the day. It was 2 hours long. I got so tired in that class. And during the last part, everyone was discussing our assignments we were working on. And I wasn't sitting in my usual seat because someone was sitting there when I got there, like 5 minutes late, unfortunately. And so I had people talking on either side of me because I wasn't sitting on like the edge of the classroom. And so I got very quickly overstimulated, and I fear didn't do as much conversation on my upcoming essay as I would have liked. But it's due in like 3 weeks, so I have time. The thing is now that in the 2 hours I have free between my back-to-back morning classes and that last class, I actually went grocery shopping real quick, so I wouldn't have to do it now, which is a good thing. But that means now that I have my article final piece is kind of due tomorrow. I need to print it before my workshop time, which I have time between my morning class and my workshop time to print it. And I also Still need to, it needs to be turned in by the end of the day. So I do need it finished before tomorrow, which means that I'm actually not done for the day. It's about 6 p.m. I'm about to go home. Depending on whether or not my roommate is using the kitchen already, I might make my dinner early. But for the rest of the night, I'm just gonna make my dinner and I'm going to work on that article. But for now, I'm taking a slightly longer route home so I can get a bit more exercise and walking in, because today is very sitting around in a class heavy for me.
We really stress that we want the in-text journalistic attribution in this subject in terms of you actually saying according to applicant. I don't think that you should expect your readers to have to do homework in order to understand your story and where it came from. So the lecture I'm going to show you right now, current live blog that's on the ABC website, live war updates kind of thing. Each of these, going back and seeing what's been posted previously, it's timestamped so we know when it was. There's also usually a kind of link up the top, it's kind of the next version of that.
I think CNN probably.
Yeah.
Hello. As of right now, you sit atop my spices. Welcome back. It is Wednesday. I am post-class already. I got up feeling like I was kind of early for class, and then I picked up my phone like a fool. And then suddenly I was not early for class. I was on time though. But yeah, right now, oh, hello. Right now, gonna be cleaning up my breakfast. And it is currently 1:24 p.m. So I had, 1:24 is kind of crazy. I had my workshop almost an hour ago now. I picked up my phone again when I got back to the apartment. But it is what it is. So I had my morning class and then my workshop, and I was told that the assignment that we had the workshop done for was extended till Friday. So, I think I only have a couple things to tweak on that, so I'm probably gonna turn that in tonight anyway, just so I can get it out of the way. But, so that's due Friday now, and we have kind of what's supposed to be an in-class assignment, but basically what that means is just that you do it today and it's due by 5 p.m. So I'm gonna work on that. I need to get out my voice recorder because we did like a press conference in class and I recorded it. So I'm going to get that out and have to listen to it and write my little 100 to 150 word article for that. Right now I'm just heating up a cheese and bacon roll that I have in my freezer for lunch. Yeah, I'm pretty much probably gonna spend the rest of the day working on those two assignments and getting them both turned in by the end of the day. One's due at 5, so I'll get that turned in before then. I'm gonna eat this and then probably go upstairs and make coffee because we have the machine upstairs that's for all of us. So basically the coffee itself is free technically because it's provided by the building, and I mean we're kind of paying for it in our rent anyway. So as long as I want an actually caffeinated coffee, I drink decaf in the evenings, but as long as I want caffeine, I usually go up there unless I'm in a hurry. Because then I can make like a latte instead of just an instant coffee as well, which is really nice. Also, I feel like it just kind of breaks up my work a little bit to be able to go, okay, I'm gonna go up and make coffee and sit down and do my work, and then I get to like spend 5 minutes like I kind of end up maintaining the machine a little bit, like cleaning up a little bit, refilling the water before I actually make my drink. So I get to spend a little bit of time kind of doing something else to break up all the sitting on my computer when I have a lot of work to do. And then there's like a defined when I'll be done with it. It's not like a scrolling break, because it only takes a certain amount of time, even if there is a real mess there, which there is sometimes. I got a text when I was in class reminding me about an appointment I booked weeks ago with GP tomorrow after my class, and I completely forgot about. But basically, I was going to ask if I could get a referral to start on an ADHD diagnosis, potentially. Because, something going on there. Basically, I struggle a lot to actually sit down and do things. And it gets to a point, especially when I am continuing to try and do like tertiary higher education. I'm in a master's degree right now, and I feel like I kind of doubt myself a lot about whether or not I actually do have anything, just because it hasn't been professionally diagnosed, but like I haven't professionally asked anyone. And I was always smart enough when I was a kid that nobody really asked for me when I was little, but I've reached the point where it's like just being smart doesn't mean anything. It's at the point where, you know, when you're studying specialties, you actually have to study. Whenever I'm doing anything with the health services, they have a pre-recorded message on their phone line that says that they've got a lot of people trying to get ADHD assessments, and there's like a poster in there. When I went to get my prescription done here, because my previous prescription was California based, I was in... My microwave is so polite. It sounds so polite. Ugh. I'm not distracted. When I went to get my prescription redone here, I saw there's like a poster or something about how many people are trying to get diagnosed with ADHD, and I think it's actually insane. But basically, I think they're putting a pause on accepting new patients for that. And so I'm not 100% sure. I'm kind of nervous that, like, I'm kind of considering canceling the appointment because I'm kind of nervous that I'm going to go in there and they're just going to be like, no, we can't do that. Like, we've been putting out information to tell you that we can't refer you for that right now. And then I'm going to be like, my bad. And it's going to be such a waste of time and so embarrassing. But really, this is just a GP, so I'm just asking if I can get a referral or, like, kind of how I would go about doing that. Should probably make a list or something in the notes off my phone, like reasons I think I'm ADHD. I don't know. Like, how do you even know? I don't know what the inside of other people's brains sound like. But you see, there's like Instagram reels or something where it's like, this is what your brain sounds like when you have ADHD. And I'm like, do y'all not have a song playing in your head 24/7? Orbiter by Noah Kahn. Like right now. That's just the last song I had playing. I don't know, man. Maybe if I just keep recording enough vlogs, I'll be able to put together a video evidence of ADHD. How does an ADHD diagnosis work? I don't even remember why I started recording this clip. Like, I don't know if I covered everything. I had class this morning. I have assignments due tonight. Something. GP appointment tomorrow. Okay. I thought my mom was gonna call her. So it's definitely later now. It is 9:06 p.m. I got the assignment finished that was supposed to be turned in at 5, and then I went to the gym, probably for like 2 hours or something, because that's how long I usually spend in the gym, because I want to start training for like some races. I want to do a marathon eventually, so I've been spending like an hour on the treadmill every time I'm in the gym, casually. So I did that, got back, had a long shower, like washed my hair and everything. It was nice. And then I made and ate dinner, and I ate at my desk watching New Girl, which is how I eat pretty much every night. Sometimes it's Daredevil, but I don't know, I was feeling like I just kind of wanted my silly little sitcom. And then I'm gonna be completely honest, I was gonna do more schoolwork after. My usual routine is after I finish dinner, I sometimes continue watching my show just for a little bit. If I'm watching Daredevil, because that's longer episodes, sometimes I just finish out the episode. And then I make decaf coffee or tea or something, and I go to the study room that's on the same floor as my apartment, just because it's kind of like, in my head, more of a study space than like this is the space that I sleep in. But I don't know, I'm tired, and there's nothing that's due tonight anymore. The thing that's due on Friday, I only need like an hour for max, I'm thinking, and that's if I can't focus. So I'm gonna be completely honest, this is what I'm gonna be doing for the next hour. That's crazy. I was on the phone with her earlier, so that's crazy. Yeah. I am gonna set a timer for myself, because I can play Minecraft until 1 in the morning. That's one of my favorite pastimes when I don't have class the next day, but I do have class tomorrow at 9 a.m. So I'm going to set myself a timer and allow myself to play for an hour, and then I'm gonna go to bed. And then I'll do this assignment tomorrow after I have my class and my doctor's appointment, which I'm not looking forward to. I think that's part of the reason why I just really want to play right now, is because that background anxiety is getting me. I had a good dinner, and nothing is due tonight, so I kind of bare minimum this whole degree thing, which is really unfortunate, but I do like the things that I kind of neglect are the readings, if I'm being completely honest, but I do save things for later, and I do them when I can. Anyway, this is what I'm going to do for the rest of the day, so see you tomorrow. It's 7 p.m. Went to class. Went to my doctor's appointment. Came home. I'm gonna be completely honest, I was having really bad cramps, so I ate some lunch, took a Tylenol, heated up my heaty pad thing. I was on the phone with my little brother for a bit. I say a bit, like 2 hours, because he asked to call me. And then as soon as I got off the phone with him, I was like, ugh, it still hurts, so I'm going to lay down for a bit until it stops hurting. 4 hours later, I woke up. This is coffee, by the way. Decaf. Even though you didn't ask. My building has events for the people in the building a lot, and tonight they have like a family dinner event. So I can get free food for dinner. It's at 7:30. So I'm kind of waiting it out. One moment. There's my warming heating pad. Not warm anymore. It was warm before I fell asleep. His name is Turtle. Basically, what happened in my appointment is I pulled up. I was anxiously texting my mom and Zoe from the waiting room. And I was like, I'm really nervous that they're gonna say because of demand, they're not gonna be able to. Anyway, what I ended up getting told was apparently the GP who refers you for an ADHD diagnosis has to be willing to be the one to prescribe any medications if that's recommended, because the university clinic can't take on any more prescriptions, or I don't even know, man, for the ADHD meds. He just sent me home with a piece of paper. He literally had it like ready, which I think is funny, of nearby ADHD clinics. So I'm going to have to make a phone call or book another appointment online or something like that. But that's what happened with that. So I guess it wasn't entirely a bust. I need to, I have a list of specific ones nearby that do offer this service. Kind of bummed that I lost daylight so quickly. And now I just kind of want today to be over so I can have the morning and the daytime. Tomorrow's a Friday. I don't have any classes. But I feel like I always get kind of lost over the extended period of time that I don't have classes. I'm grateful to have all the free time. I say free time, I mean all that time to work on the things I need to work on. I think I just want to sit here until I get messages from the group chat that people are starting to serve food down there. Then I'm gonna go down and get some free food.
Hey gang, so unfortunately that was the last clip I actually recorded that week. I kind of fell off on Friday. Absolutely. I got the last assignment done. Of course, I turned it in. I wasn't gonna not do that. But yeah, Friday I didn't do much else than that. Finished up the assignment, and I had, according to the camera roll on my phone, we had another event on the next day that was like a painting event that I will add the picture of the painting I did. It was unfinished at the time. I've since actually done another painting event and worked on the same painting. Still not finished, but more progress on it. And I really love how it's turned out so far. It's sitting in front of my desk at my pinboard. Um, yeah, so that was all I really did. The Saturday we did another painting event, which was really cool that there were two back to back. This one was in the morning and it was a tote bag painting. And it's it's been ages since I filmed this video, but I still use that tote bag to every week when I get my groceries, which is I'm super proud of it. But yeah, that was my whole week. Um as I said, this video is kind of old now, the content I filmed for it, but I'm kind of proud of myself for um at least I filmed most of it. I got to the end of a weekly vlog, a whole week, which is kind of a first for me still. I'm definitely gonna get better at my skills, my editing and my filming, and hopefully not be so awkward when I'm trying to get clips. Um and then maybe I'll be able to get my schedule together a little better and get some more vlogs out that are not months later. So, here's hoping. I hope you guys enjoyed that and mostly it being my ramblings, unfortunately. And, you know, have a good day. Like and subscribe if you want some more of this type of content. Leave a comment down below if you have any questions that I could potentially answer. And hope to see you guys in another video soon. Thanks.